All right, everybody, welcome to another episode of Roettgen Braai Master. This time I've invited my good friend Kenneth, the Count Doku Mgoduka, along.
Hi,
we're doing a hot wings challenge. And before we get started, I'd like to acknowledge While We Feast. It's a YouTube channel that does this repeatedly with big stars like Jimmy Fallon and others. And yeah, we thought, well, we'll do it as well. Obviously, as you can see, we're keeping the social distancing alive. And these are the contenders that you can see here. I hope you're hearing us okay. And well, we start off with a pepper sauce from Trinidad called Bertie's, and this is the slight version of it. So, Kenneth, how do you feel?
Well, I'm nervous, actually. For you, mostly.
Thank you.
I'll be totally okay going through all of these, so it's just you I'm worried about, because I'm pretty used to spice. So, yeah, it should be interesting how it goes down.
All right, cool. Well, let's dig in with the first one. As I said, this is the slight pepper sauce. It has one flame on the Richter scale.
Okay, so just the rules quickly. How much of a wing do we eat?
Well, a minimum is one bite, but if you feel up for it, you can obviously finish it.
I'll probably finish the first one. There we go. That's quite muted, actually.
Mm-hmm.
We got 10 more of those to go through.
Mm-hmm. It's nice though. A good flavor profile. All right, Kenneth.
I'm saying.
So let's introduce you a little bit to our viewers. Where are you from? What brought you to Bonn? What brought you into my garden?
Because that's where we are at the moment.
Yeah.
Tobias' garden, the Braai Master. So, yeah, my name is Kenneth Mgoduka. I'm from South Africa. So I've been, we're in Germany right now. I've been here for about 10 years, actually. Beginning of 2010, I think. Yeah. What brought me here was my lovely, lovely wife. We met while I was still staying in South Africa. She had visited from Germany. She's from Germany. And yeah, we just got to know each other there. And then we had this typical long distance relationship for a couple of months. And eventually we decided, okay, one of us has to move. Either she would move to South Africa or I would move to Germany. And back and forth discussion led to me moving here. So I've been here ever since. And yeah, loving it.
All right, cool. Well, the next one up is from the Crazy Bastard Sauce, a jalapeno and date.
All right.
You ready?
Absolutely.
All right, let's dig in.
Cheers.
Cheers.
We'll see you on the other side.
Mm.
And this one's nicer. It's got a bit of sweetness coming through.
Well, the date. You can definitely taste the date. Oops.
I think the first one has actually primed me enough to make, I think, maybe this one a lot easier to balance, so it doesn't come across as that potent.
No, very nice. I like that. That was nice.
Right.
All right, so
Why don't you tell us about yourself as well?
Oh, yeah.
While we're at it.
well, obviously, my name is Tobias. I'm not from Bonn originally. I was born about 200 kilometers south of here in a small town, and yeah, well, I moved around the world a little bit, Frankfurt and Miami, where I met my lovely wife, and yeah, we moved to England, from England to Munich, Rostock, and now Bonn, and I'm really loving it here, and I love the international flair of the city, and yeah, I think I've really gotten into my stride when it comes to barbecuing over here, or braai,
I can
the
attest to
braaiing.
that.
And I think you're one of the benefactors, so to speak, when it comes to food.
I'll admit the amount of barbecuing or braaiing, as we South Africans call it, that this guy does has actually led me to gain weight a bit. So yeah, it's true. There are times when I actually protest heavily. I mean, I know how good the food will taste, but still, I say, you know what, this is not good for my figure, and it's a good thing we're sitting down right now, because you would see sort of a rotund midriff. So I've been trying to lose some weight. It hasn't been working because anytime I try to get into a certain routine to lose weight, he invites me over for, obviously hearty food
Okay. Cool. All right, next one up is the Chipotle and pineapple. We're on 3 flames. Oh, sorry, my bad. I did that the wrong way. We are actually up on the Scotch, Bonnet and Caribbean spices with 2 flames. Because obviously this is the 3rd one that we're tasting.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Manageable
Yeah,
so far.
I'd say so as well. You can definitely feel a bit more heat, but I think the fruitiness really comes through.
Indeed. And I love how we're actually eating more of the wing earlier on in the game, right?
Yeah, I'm kind of worried when we get to those buddies over there.
We're just going to be taking a whiff and just throwing it into the bowl.
I think so as well. So Kenneth, from personal experience, I know that you're an avid bicycle rider. And what has you, like, why bike riding?
Well, first of all, it keeps me fit. And the great benefit is that in Germany, it's actually easier to ride your bike to work as well. So it becomes sort of a workout and functional sort of transportation as I'm making my way to work. So there are benefits there. Right. And which is something we didn't have much of in South Africa because cycling is essentially not that respected a mode of transportation. It can be a sport, but it's not that respected. So on the road, for example, drivers will not give way or
not
acknowledge
yield,
exactly. So here it just opened that up for me, and I actually realized how much I enjoyed it. And from commuting, it went a step further into mountain biking. So now I do a bit of I'm still a beginner as far as off-road or gravity type mountain biking is concerned, which is also called downhill.
Right.
So that actually, that gets me out of the house as well. So and I've been enjoying it ever since. And we're lucky we actually close to sort of a forest and sort of hills around here. So there are a couple of single trails that one can explore. So there's actually quite a lot.
Cool. Excellent.
Yeah.
All right. Now we're onto the Chipotle and pineapple with 3 flames. You ready?
Absolutely, man.
I do get a slight tingle on my lips just now.
I think talking actually helps because you get a bit of air going through, so I think it helps quite a bit. Not as sweet, not as savory. It's of course it's what is it? Is it smoked?
I believe so, yeah.
Chipotle.
I don't know.
I think this one lets the meat do a bit of talking as well. So it doesn't overpower the chicken itself.
Yeah.
So that's
agreed.
Quite good.
And we're really making most of the meat, actually.
I'm really feeling confident right now. I'm sure we're still in the early stages, but I think we can do this.
Okay, excellent.
And remember not to touch your eyes.
No, definitely not. I wear glasses all the time, so it's kind of difficult to do anyways. But no, I do see how that could be fatal.
Indeed. So, why don't you tell us, Mr. Braai Master, why the word braai in particular? And I can see a certain jersey that you're wearing. The colors look a little bit similar to mine. So, where does that inspiration come from?
Well, I think it all started when we lived in London, because we lived with a bunch of South Africans, and Southfields in London is predominantly South African and Kiwi. And so obviously I was introduced to all the finer things of South African food, as in, boerewors and droewors and these lovely things. And Yeah, I had my first Weber, or as they call it, the Weber barbecue over there. Hello. And yeah, from then on, I just loved the different flavor profiles, the barbecuing itself, and then obviously together with the knowledge from the US in terms of US style barbecuing, which is obviously completely different than what we usually do here. You know, throwing a bunch of sausages on an instant barbecue, and that's what you do. It has really, I don't know, developed a certain passion for it, and I'd have to say that I do. For me, barbecuing never stops. Like, I don't stop in October and I start off in March again, but I just do it year round.
It's a whole year game.
Yeah, exactly. Right. And you can do so many great things with a Dutch oven, or with a rotisserie, or the egg that I have, the ceramic barbecue. There's so many different things that you can do, and they also match the season that you're in.
Right.
I think that's really great. And obviously braaiing, and this jersey that I got from a very good friend of mine in South Africa, so big shout out to you. You know who you are. It was really lovely to get it, and obviously us watching the World Cup together last year was fantastic.
That was awesome. That was epic.
All right, we're back to Trinidad. We're back to Bertie's, and this is Bertie's original pepper sauce. And I think we're now getting into the more hefty kind of spices.
Yeah, just a note there to the viewers. This sauce is actually quite potent. It humbled me. Like I said when we started the recording, that I'm usually okay with spicy food, but this one here actually caught me out of I was not expecting it the one time when Toby and Toby's wife introduced this to me. So I was like, okay, I've had something similar, so it can't be that bad. And I put in quite a generous amount in my meal, and it really kicked. It really kicked me. So yeah, looking forward to what the rest of these are going to be like, because I've never tasted them, so I've only tasted a few, and then up to this one. So anything going beyond there is going to be quite an experience.
All right, cool. All right, so then, this is quite a chunky one. I got this. So
mine is smaller, so I'm good with that.
Enjoy. It comes later. It definitely kicks in.
Yeah.
A lot later.
So my trick with this one is not to let it linger too much on your lips. Just inside. And
I'm still going to eat the whole wing.
No, go ahead. I'm not stopping you. I encourage it. It's a familiar flavor, I can tell you that. I put it on almost anything at home, except for desserts, of course.
That might be something else, if you put pepper sauce on a dessert. All right, new try.
But yeah, you can feel it starting to
intensify.
Yeah. Well, we'll be talking about a different curve soon. So, talking about curves, by the way. The social distancing topic. How has that been? I don't know. How have you been coping with that? I mean, we all have families and certain things that we had to give up.
Yeah,
for example.
Well, I think it's obviously difficult because whilst knock on wood, we haven't been impacted as badly as other countries. Especially Italy, Spain, the UK, and then obviously the US. You do have to do your part, and you have to stay at home. And I mean, we've been blessed with the weather. I mean, the weather has been gorgeous, and we've been outside pretty much every day. And fortunately, you can still go and ride your bike and walk about and do these things, and you're not in your house 24/7.
Absolutely.
However, I do feel obviously there is a strain, and you can feel it with the kids. I mean, both our kids, they're asking, when can we go back to school? When can we go back to kindergarten? And obviously they do miss their friends, and I think it's a big part of their life. I mean, we just have to bear it, and I think we have to make it as bearable for all of us. But I think at some point in time that it needs to come to an end. But obviously we have to be very, very careful not to, once you flatten the curve, obviously there can be another pickup if we're not careful.
Indeed. Totally agree.
All right. So, where are we at? We're at Habanero Tomatillo.
Oh, it sounds harmless. Let's see, what do we have? Habanero chili. No. How many flames? 4 flames.
Yeah, 4 flames out of 5. Easy as
Walk in the
pie.
park.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So I do hear that some people during the social distancing, like stay-at-home kind of process, tend to pick up new skills or a new type of workout routine, whatever the case may be. I haven't gotten that far yet because despite the stay-at-home doodad, I've still had to work. So I've been working from home mostly.
Right.
And obviously because the schools are closed, I've had to homeschool my kid. So that's keeping me plenty busy. Unfortunately, I haven't had time to like pick up a new, learn a new language, perfect my skill of, sauteing onions or whatever the case may be. So, yeah.
Well, no, I've intensified my barbecuing a lot, and obviously I've started my YouTube channel now, same as the Instagram channel, so check it out. And I'm really loving it, and I think the feedback has been fantastic, and I'm now getting messages from people that say, hey, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? We would like to see you make XYZ. So that's really cool. It's a great feedback, and it's very rewarding.
Yeah, that's good. That's good to hear. So, would you care to maybe describe what we're having over here at the back? Because these are sort of emergency go-tos.
Yes, exactly. They're just for emergencies, and as you've seen, we've now been on wing number 6, and we haven't had a single sip. So we're having a nice one. Then we're getting into the milky bits over here, just in case we need some milk, and some water if there's no hope left.
Water, yeah.
And obviously some bread and whatnot, but so far I think we're doing great. I think it's
manageable.
It's pretty manageable. I wouldn't necessarily call it enjoyable, but although it's all right.
He speaks for himself. Here.
Right.
He's speaking for himself. I'm totally enjoying this.
Right. All right. Now we're getting to number 7. Ghost pepper and habanero. 4.5 on the Richter scale.
Richter scale. All right. Let's do this.
Cheers.
Yeah. So the whole drink system at the back here, because we have so many options, we weren't really sure what actually works because, there's always people being proponents of water and some people say, hey, milk works better. So we decided to just have everything. Okay, nobody said anything about beer, but, it's beer.
This is nice. Oh, I like this a lot.
Lekker.
Mm-hmm.
It's still quite easy to finish.
Mm. I think on the second round we'll have to go harder if we continue it this way.
I agree. Wow.
How did you like that flavor profile?
It was... I think the higher up you go, the less you pick up from flavor complexity, really. Obviously the spice goes up, but as far as the nuances of sweet, fruity, or anything like that tend to kind of diminish. So it starts becoming more of like a boys' game.
Yeah.
Who can outdo the other. So...
Yeah.
But, yeah.
All right, and now we're back to Trinidad, and this is a Trinidad scorpion pepper and Clementine, and we're up to level 5.
For the brave.
For the brave.
Let's do this. This is 5.
Yeah.
See you on the other side.
See you on the other side, yeah.
There was that second when I drew breath a bit deeply, and something hit me like at the back of my neck there, back of my throat.
I'm still gonna finish it because it's delicious, but this has taken it up a notch.
Meh.
Whatever, Kenneth. Whatever.
Dude, I told you. This is my playing field. My wife hates me for it. Anytime I cook something spicy, she throws her toys.
I can feel it on my lips now.
Uh-huh.
The tingle. The tingle's there.
All right.
So, Kenneth,
Yo.
when you moved to Germany, you get married to your wife, your hairstyle was different.
Indeed.
It was a lot shorter.
Quite.
And how were your language skills back then?
Well, when did I get married to her? Oh shit, she's gonna see this video.
So don't tell anybody.
2012, I think. 2012. So yeah, the language skills were pretty much, I could strike up a conversation and probably maintain it for a couple of minutes, but it wasn't that good. And I would say it has improved since then. Although the company that I work for, because it's an American company, they speak English most of the time, so I get spoiled and everybody just speaks English, so it makes it difficult to actually get the practice that I need.
Right.
And you as well, you pretty much spoil me as well, because you speak English all the time. Example. So yeah, it's improving, but it could do with a bit of work. And obviously, it's key, right? If you need to be able to function in a different country that has a different language to yours, you have to learn the language. So I think that's very important.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
Yeah.
All right, back to Trinidad. We're now at Bertie's scorpion pepper sauce. It also has 5 on the Richter scale, but I just wanted to see how they compare.
Every time I see Bertie, I just pucker.
All right.
Here we go. I will admit I'm sweating a bit though. I don't know, maybe I just feel like I am.
My mouth is now really starting to tingle, my tongue as well.
Really? Meh.
Oh, Kenneth.
No. You know how we should up this the next time?
We should.
We should actually prepare the wings neutral, like just maybe a bit of seasoning just to make them a bit more savory, and then dip them in the sauces just before eating.
Oh, wow.
Because I think the cooking process does actually make them behave a bit. Because, for example, if you were to just taste the sauce by itself, I'm gonna keep you there for as long as possible. I want you to marinate in this because I know you want to get this ended very quickly.
No, I'm gonna have a sip of mix now.
Ooh, that's minus points for you. That's 50 demerits for Tobias. Right. So yeah, it's like if you cook them, it sort of makes the flavors behave a bit, so they're not as bitey. But if you have the raw sauce, that's when you actually start feeling it. That's going to be the next video. This is lovely.
Wow, my eyes are now starting to water.
So,
yeah, can you see it, guys? I love this man,
Right, Toby. So, let's get you talking a bit more. YouTube. How did you, or what made you, or what led you to actually start your channel? I mean, you did mention that, okay, sure, barbecue and just cooking it. Are you crying? Are you
There's a slight tear running down my cheek.
You're my friend, I'm not going to humiliate you. Okay, so, yeah, so obviously you do have skills that you've picked up.
Yeah, and I have to admit, I had a bit of time on my hands, and I figured, why not videotape? I do a lot of Instagramming, and it was just the next logical step to say, well, let's try it out. How difficult can it be? And really give people not only the finished picture, but also be like, okay, these are the products that I'm using, and how do you use them, and in what order? But I'm also not afraid to say, well, if it goes wrong, it goes wrong. Fair enough, then you show that as well, because I think you can only learn from your mistakes, and if you only show the good and what has come out perfectly, that's great and it's cool, but it's not reality.
We're all human. We do make mistakes.
Absolutely. And I think as barbecue has, in the last, I would say, 3 to 4 years, has really become
While
a
you're
major...
saying that, can you take off your glasses just ever so gently and just move closer to the top?
Can you see it right here? It's a labor of love. I just figured,
I'll just do the whole package.
Right.
And if people like it, cool. And obviously, I'm not as professional as the other guys, you know, but they've started somewhere as well. And, you know, you have to start at some point in time.
Absolutely. I mean, so far the content has been very good, and it's very, very instructional as well.
Thank you.
I will be the first to admit that I've learned quite a lot from him as well.
Thank you. Thank
yeah.
you. All right, Kenneth. We're on the last one. It's a Carolina Reaper and Blueberry. It's a 5+. I know at While We Feast, there's the last dab where you add a little bit of extra on top of the wing.
But that's optional, though.
That's optional.
So you have the choice of actually...
I'm going for it, people. I'm going for it.
Look at him. All right, go for it.
So...
Ooh.
All right, and maybe we can zoom in on the last dab so we can see that we have both last dabbed.
Well, since you have, then I guess it'll be foolish of me not to match you. It's the least I can do.
Oh yeah, and now of course you have to go bigger on that one, Kenneth.
Ta-da!
I don't know if you can see that, but there is a substantial amount on his, not as much as on mine, so I'll concede that one.
Only for the brave.
All right.
Okay.
And then...
Here's to you, buddy.
To you.
Okay, my nose is starting to run.
Whoa. But I can taste the blueberry. There's a distinct taste of blueberry in this.
Agreed. It is actually. I'd say there were a couple here that were flatter in flavor. This one actually still does have a bit of flavor, even though it's one of the hottest. The hottest here on the table.
Yeah.
Actually.
All right, Kenneth. Whew. There we have it.
My nose is running.
That's your first of hopefully many.
Indeed.
All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. It was lovely to have you all with us.
Thank you for having witnessed us suffer.
Yes, and well, I hope you join me on my Instagram and YouTube channel. Ken has one as well.
Oh no, mine is not active just yet. I don't have much content.
All right, okay. Yeah. Anyways, so join me if you want to see more, and I'm sure we'll be back with more hot wings. All right, guys.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.